Well, Morgan, the first criminal trial over the response to one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history is now underway in Texas. Opening statements began this morning in the case against former Uvalde police officer Adrian Gonzalez. He pleaded not guilty to more than 24 counts of child endangerment stemming from the 2022 Robb Elementary shooting. That shooting killed 2 teachers and 19 fourth graders. Prosecutors say that he failed to stop the gunman and he did not follow active shooter training. Attorneys for Gonzalez say he did the best he could with what he knew at the time. NBC News correspondent Ryan Chandler outside the courthouse there in Corpus Christi, Texas for us. So, Ryan, multiple reviews of this shooting show that nearly 400 officers waited more than an hour to take action. But right now, just 2 people are facing trial, including Gonzalez. Tell us about that and the defense strategy here.
Yeah, Vicky, so that's actually a question that both the defense and the victims' families are asking. I was speaking with some families of the victims today, and they want to see many more of these officers prosecuted. If you think back to the chaos amid the tragedy at Robb Elementary that day, there were 376 officers present, yet it took an hour and 17 minutes with the gunman in the classroom before they killed him. Victims' families are wondering why only Gonzalez. Meanwhile, the defense team is saying of all those people, why him? To give you some insight there, Gonzalez was the first school police officer on the scene. He's one of 2 who are criminally indicted so far. The other is the chief of the school district police system. And prosecutors argue that he didn't do enough to heed the warnings, to follow the training, and to neutralize the gunman in an effective amount of time. I want you to listen to a little bit of our conversations with the victims' families today, who tell us that regardless of the outcome of this trial, this is something they have prayed for and demanded for almost 4 years now.
You know, it's been challenging, to be honest with you. But coming here today, finally arriving at the moment, right, when you're about to seek justice and he's going to face the jury, it's bittersweet.
You know, finally, there is a trial to hold someone accountable. He is just the beginning. He could have stopped it.
He is just the beginning. Velma there is the sister of Irma Garcia, one of the 2 teachers who was murdered. That speaks to the sentiment that while they hope for a guilty verdict here, they hope it is not the only one, Vicky.
Ryan, this community has been through so much since 2022. What is it like there at the courthouse now as they are getting to see justice playing out?
You know, it's tense. There are many families sitting in the back of the courtroom, and as we've been able to glean very serious faces, Gonzalez himself has stayed stoic as he's levied very serious accusations of the prosecution, essentially calling him a coward for not doing his job. Not using such direct language, but the portrayal to the jury is that Gonzalez knew where the gunman was and chose not to act. Now, we should say the defense argues essentially that he did the best he could with the knowledge that he had at his disposal at the time. And while it's easy to, say hindsight is 20/20, you cannot put yourself in his shoes and expect you to act any differently. It's going to be a very interesting and a series of novel legal questions playing out in the weeks ahead, Vicky.
Yeah, and potentially a case that sets some court precedent, too. Ryan Chandler live in Texas for us today. Ryan, thank you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.